Intel Electronics presents the Intellivision Gamer.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Intellivision Show, episode 75. I think we have a really fun one for you today. We have some great guests. We're going to have Mike's Gaming Gala, Brian's Man Cave, and DJC on. We are going to talk about two things: what we realistically think Atari is going to do with Intellivision, and then also kind of a fun side note, our wish list of what we would hope in a perfect world they would do. So what else we got? We're going to do that first, and then afterwards we're going to get into the regular show. So we're going to have a news mail call. I got a lot of good stuff here. We're going to play a couple new games. We're going to play the Dreadnought Return. We're going to play Road Fighter, the upcoming game coming this week from Intellivision Collector. We're going to play those two at the end of the show. Got a lot of cool stuff. I have a collector minute. We're going to show you Walter Day cards for Intellivision. I recently acquired those, if you saw that show. So I'm kind of excited. Before we get started, guys, hit that like button for me. It really does help out, gets more people in here. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, I forgot. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Discord, AtariAge, the Retro Gamer channel, my email. All those links are in the description to every video. And let's go ahead and welcome everyone in chat, and we'll bring on our guests. Stephen Baker, all the way from the UK. Yeah, you're early. It's real early where you are. Of course, that was a little bit ago. You're probably asleep now. Rick, what's going on, Rick? Benville's here. Salvatore says Intellivision Plus, please. Oh, yeah, you know that's what we all want. Pierre's here. Welcome, Pierre. Said Salvatore. Everyone's saying hello. There's Brian. Mike's Gaming Gala. Who's that guy? Kurt Bradshaw saying hello to Mike. There's Rev. I just heard a nasty rumor that Atari is going to do a hostile takeover of the Intellivision Gamer brand. There's not much to take. True, newsflash. Will be equal parts brutal and swift. Uh-oh. Mike's in trouble. E.E. Buckeye, what's going on, sir? Good to see you. TJ, I was watching you earlier, buddy. Good to see you as always. Michael Doherty, what's going on? Glad you could make it. I just realized some of these didn't click. Jeffrey. What's going on, Jeff? Maybe Atari can make a Pac-Man yellow Intellivision like they did with the Atari Plus. I'm definitely going to order that. Mostly for the games and just a collector's piece, but that thing's bright. Michael Hayes, working late and lurking tonight. Like me, you work a lot. Almost done through here. All right. Quick channel update. Memberships are live. It's just one tier, 99 cents. There's no reason for the other one to be there. It's definitely not about money. It's for if you want that little membership and eventually the icons, do it. If you don't, nothing matters. I'm not going to hide anything like Mike says. I'm not going to hide anything behind a paywall. You might see the videos at whatever time I post them instead of like the set time. You'll get them early. There'll be other little things. Once in a while, we'll do a stream. Yes. Number 2. You were a big number 2. I've got 3 whopping members. But it's just one of those things. If you want to be a member, you can have your name in green and that kind of thing. I know I do. I pretty much subscribe to everyone that has them that I watch. But in no way feel obligated to that. Personal update. My house is coming along nicely. The whole base, it's all in there. I went out and took a picture, but I got home a little bit ago. They're going to start rough plumbing. And then after that, it's going to go fast. They're going to start, the framing. And man, I cannot wait for that. It's been awesome coming home every day and seeing something new done. And I really can't wait to see the framing. Harvey, what's going on, Harvey? Good to see you. Uh-oh. Super Mega Graphics 64. I just want you to know we're all counting on you. Good luck. Good to see you, Cyrus. What else we got going on? This coming week, not in the past, but Friday, my dad goes every year, takes my nephews. Well, myself and my son got invited this year. We're going to the drag races in Sonoma, which is the big time. That's going to be, it's about 2 hours away. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then my son turns 13 on Saturday. So we're going drag racing Friday, big family get together and party for Robbie on Saturday. And then I'm going to work Sunday to somewhat try to pay for some of that. Oh, he meant to say the drag queen races. NHRA. All right. So we're going to bring on our guests. Again, they're in order like they're down there. We've got Mike's Gaming Gala. Welcome.
Hello.
We've got Brian's Man Cave.
Yo.
And we've got DJC.
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Cracking a cold one. I don't have anything. I have
Crack.
So what we're going to talk about today, like I said earlier, I think it's a fun topic. I think it's something that we all want to talk about and listen to. And, we're going to talk about two things, mainly what we realistically think Atari is going to do with Intellivision. And then also it'll be fun to get into that wish list, which kind of anything goes. Like, if I could have anything I want, what would they do, kind of a thing. So we'll just kind of do something a little bit. We'll just go around in a circle, give everyone a time, and we can counter, what other people say and give our opinions, so we're not all talking at once. But Mike, you're in that top right. You want to start us off
with genuine speculation first?
Yeah, like what realistically first, what we think is actually could happen.
All right. So Atari owns the Intellivision brand. Obviously, they want to market on that. I think the announcement today of that neon yellow Pac-Man edition 2600 plus, I think that's their hardware for this year. I don't think they're coming out like the two big ones that have been speculated is potentially an Intellivision Plus or a Jaguar Plus. And I have actually talked to some people who have connections at Atari who have speculated or gotten indication that Atari was considering a combo Jaguar Plus / Intellivision Plus, which I think would be
weird.
A huge mistake. I guess because both controllers have keypads. I'm not sure. That said, realistically, I do think an Intellivision Plus is probably on the docket for the next couple of years. We know for a fact, I mean, he's said it here in the chat on your channel, that William has a NDA with Atari. That could mean a variety of things, but realistically, as a game publisher, he just wants his games to be playable wherever you can play them. So that could mean getting Electronite games on the VCS. I know they're working towards emulation on the VCS. It could mean, whenever you're talking about emulation, it could mean a Plus system. But if nothing else, William talking to Atari means that the subject of JLP compatibility will be at the forefront. Because which would mean that the majority of the best homebrews on the market would be able to play on it because they are JLP carts. And that's not compatible with all emulation. JZINTV is the best emulator, so obviously you'd want Joe's Bishak involved in that conversation, and I have heard that that he believes that there's a way to be able to read those carts even with a ROM dumper, just with a separate board on front, up plus. But I think honestly the market for Intellivision is a little lower. I think any Intellivision Plus that cannot play JLP, and I know I might piss up, like I know, like particularly you and DJC, you're a little more hardcore Intellivision fans than I am, but I think any Intellivision Plus that doesn't play JLP is, to me, next to worthless. I think I have always stated, like, there's some great games in the original catalog, but the reason to own an Intellivision today is the Homebrew catalog.
I agree. Yeah.
And the one, if I can just add one wish to my genuine speculation is, and they haven't done it with any of their products, well, the Atari Plus and the 7800 Plus, you need a damn SD card on that thing. ROM sales are
Yeah.
becoming really big in the homebrew community. I know Atari makes carts. They're in the business of making carts. They need to understand that the person who is buying the ROM and only the ROM was never going to buy your cart in the first place.
Exactly.
So I don't think it hurts their sales, and I think it increases their system sales because now you can do so much more with the system. So even if you don't sell any games to that person, you're selling them a system.
That's my wish as well, but with them having not put it on anything so far, I would say that's highly unlikely, unfortunately. But maybe
Yeah,
we'll
I would agree, but I've been hammering it, and I know like Ballistic Coffee Boy, other Atari people who have links with Atari have been hammering at home. I do want to comment on Michael Hayes saying I mispronounced JZINTV because the JZ is Joe Zabishak and he's American. I do call it JZINTV.
Zabisiak.
Whatever.
I've drank with the man.
You put that many consonants in a row, you were asking to be mispronounced.
So, Brian, what do you think on the likelihood, like Mike said, of the Intellivision Plus being something that is on the horizon?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same wavelength there. I think that games could be released as I don't know necessarily just homebrews, but even like Atari was releasing some of their classics, right? So they re-released them in nice special boxes, nice pretty packaging. They had those cartridges with the lights on it that light up, all the little collectible things. I could see that happening where, depending on the games, I guess licensing would be an issue, but some of the games they like Astro Blast or something like that, like anything like that, like Astro Smash, Astro Blast, like where they had games that were both on the Intellivision and the Atari. It's like the Night Stalker and things like that. I could totally see that. I could see a system like what Mike just said. It's probably not going to be right away because they're just launching that Pac-Man thing right now, so that's going to be a big one. They're going to have to market that, sell it.
Yeah, they're going to have to paint all those extra 2600 pluses.
Yeah,
like we got so many. What do we do? Paint them yellow.
Yeah.
So with the games, I think more realistically with Intellivision and how many people you're going to sell it to, I think they would probably do it in packs, unlike the Atari where they're doing it singular. But I mean, I could be wrong. That's just my guess. What do you think about the Intellivision Plus, DJC?
All right. So when they acquired the brand, so many months later, maybe even it might have been earlier this year, a fellow gamer friend of mine had posted on Twitter or X or whatever they're calling it these days, about to Atari, because they were posting about, I think it was when 7800 Plus was going on sale or doing something, and it said, hey, at Atari, what would be awesome is if you did an Intellivision Plus. And Atari liked the comment, responded, and says, we think that sounds like a great idea. So I know that's the reason they purchased that brand is to do something with it. They're big into the retro scene. They purchased AtariAge. They know about the homebrew scene. They know about what they can get from it. So yeah, I don't this year. Like Mike said, I think the Pac-Man is about what we're going to be towards in going into fall. After this, they're not, unless they're doing some crazy secret Hail Mary for the Christmas or something. I don't see anything coming this year, but I'm sure it might be first, next year's, it may be on their board next year to say, hey, what are we doing with this brand? How are we going to manufacture? Are we doing a plus unit? Is it worth a plus unit? Or we're going to do a flashback that can use, backwards compatible with cartridges, are we gonna do packs or collections and then maybe sell a USB new style controller because you need the keypad? That's kind of what I think's really that they're probably trying to figure out. As far as my dream stuff about like what I want to happen, what I would really love to happen is have kind of how they started when they bought the Intellivision brand. They made like the Intellivision the blue on their website and then had the Atari under the red. I was like, if you're going to use this brand, do it exactly like you're doing your Atari stuff. You're pumping out stuff every year. You're catering to the retro gamers. You're you're doing cartridges, you're doing collectibles, you're doing any type of merchandise for those people that love that brand. And I think they should split it right down the center, do the Intellivision brand as it's still theirs, but have it as, you know, its own thing, and have the just the way they're doing Atari. They're doing great with Atari, do the same thing with Intellivision, or it's all a waste to buy the IP or the property in the first place, you know.
What do you think about the reach or the popularity of the Intellivision brand compared to the Atari brand? I mean, there is
not
a big
as
difference
much
there.
Yeah, you got a niche for Intellivision. I'm not saying you have. I always go back to, let's see if I got it here. Yeah, perfect example. This thing. So there's people out there that like it, that maybe are not us. They're not hardcore. They're not streamers or anything like that. But when you got something like this that sold millions, you know, I'm not saying that's this type of thing's going to sell that. But, you know, if you've got a couple 100,000 people that are interested in this brand, if they see something come out where they can buy it, play their old carts, you know, there's a lot of old guys that go, oh my God, I want to throw in baseball, and they're making a new HDMI and television, you know, I'll play all my old carts, you know. And then there's the people that are very big into the homebrew community, which is huge too. I mean, on a different scale, it's not huge, but it's huge enough to make a profit, and that's the area that Atari's in. That's why they purchase AtariAge. That's why they're into this whole scene and homebrews and hard copies of stuff and cartridges and collectibles. So yeah, I think there's a market. That's where this said 10 million. I don't know, whatever. I mean, that could be who knows where they got that number on there. But heck, if you when all is said and done, after a year and a half, you sold 1 million of them, that'd be awesome, you know. If it's more realistic to sell, like I said, a couple 100,000, I think that might be more realistic. But
yeah, do we think they even do we know how many Atari 2600 pluses sold?
I haven't seen that number.
I would doubt that's even 1 million.
I have a connection over at Atari, but I
wouldn't mind knowing that number. Not that I think you should ask for me, but
well, I have an old friend in Mike Micah that's Digital Eclipse, but now he's obviously part of Atari as well.
Yep.
Every once in a while he'll pop and chat and stuff, but he's a good dude. I don't know if he'll know that. He might know it off the top of his head, but you know, I don't know if that's something they'll share or anything, but but he's another guy that loves retro stuff, and having him involved with Atari, I'm sure that's another push for that Intellivision Plus, guarantee you. Like, dude loves Intellivision too.
You would think that once they've got all this groundwork and they've got all these things in place, that it would be easier to do something like Intellivision Plus. It's not like they're starting from scratch, right? They've already got everything of how the manufacturing or the company. Yeah,
it depends. It depends on their links with the actual programming side of it. Yeah. If they're able to get JZ or JZ INTV as their base, like Stella was the base for the 2600 plus, that's a great start right there. If you're trying to make your own emulator from the start, you're going to have a lot of issues.
Yes.
Emulating Intellivision is much more difficult than emulating 2600. So I think that's where their big challenges are. As far as manufacturing, I mean, it's still, for all intents and purposes, a really basic circuit board inside a plastic manufactured shell. I really like the build quality of the 2600 plus and the 7800 plus, so I would expect the build quality to be good. But like somebody mentioned in the chat, the controllers, you make an Intellivision 1 controller with a DB9 connector that is completely compatible with an original Intellivision. That's my wish for that.
Because they're also going to sell a lot of controllers and make up some of that money and the cost of designing
potentially.
And making it. I do controllers.
Think.
I'd like to see both. I'd like to see two. I'd like to see one with the actual, like, the little bubble buttons, and one with a digital controller that actually loads up on there and, you know, touch screen, kind of like that one that.
I cannot wait until I get mine, Casey. I don't know when I'm going to be getting mine, but I can't wait till I get mine. I think from Atari, the same reason, like, my genuine wish is to have an FPGA that plays Intellivision, ColecoVision, and 7800 with a backwards compatible 2800. I would pay $600 for that.
Just like a
Yeah,
Retron.
one console to rule them all.
But
like the Retron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I want an FPGA.
You wanted to actually
Atari. I don't think Atari will ever do an FPGA. It's a much more niche market even than what they're doing. What they're trying to do is make products that are as broadly palatable as possible. And so I think touchscreen controllers, as much as we'd love them, I think they're definitely on that wish list as opposed to I think that's what they would do list. Hey, Jeff.
New member, Jeffrey, go. Thank you, sir.
So
now hop on over to my channel and click the member there.
Casey, hold up that controller you showed again, the digital screen.
Oh, let me bend over again.
That thing's cool.
So it looks similar to mine, but mine's a little different.
Yeah.
I'll trade you one for one.
I mean,
I'll be completely honest.
I don't talk to me in 15 years, and maybe we'll talk.
I don't want to get into it, but I'd much rather have Casey's controller than yours.
I enjoyed this, but I'll tell you what, for old school Intellivision games, I want to feel the bubbles. I want to feel something physical. This is great for, like on-screen menus if you're in a game and you want a bunch of, all your stats, stuff like that. But when you're talking about old school stuff like Tron Desley discs or just anything that uses that keypad, you want to feel it. Baseball, stuff like that. You don't want to look down and have to see.
Yeah.
I still love this though.
Well, and that's the reason that honestly, like original television games, I usually put the overlay in front of me. I don't put the overlay on so that I can feel the bumps of the buttons.
Yeah.
Some games I find it crucial. Other games, it doesn't really matter. But baseball, I need to feel the buttons.
Yeah, baseball, Tron Deadly Disc, Night Stalker. I usually have my fingers positioned on the bubbles, and I know which one is where. And
so to talk about more realistic, I think we're all in agreement that there's some kind of console going to come. What do you guys think? Is it possible? I've heard people talk about a cartridge adapter for the current console and then have controllers. I think that's. I don't think that's going to be a thing, but
it requires
possible,
a huge. Right? It requires a huge software overhaul of what the 2600 Plus is. So Mr. is kind of like a hodgepodge here. I would like a Collector Vision Phoenix, but with like 3 ports.
Yes,
that's what I would want
for each of them.
And even better with that, they had like the Super Nintendo satellite
on the side there. You
the modem control. So I have one of those controllers. I'd love to play ColecoVision and Intellivision, where you don't need the 16 directions with that controller. I mean, it's a great controller. Sorry, what were we talking? We were talking about an adapter. I think that would be. I
don't think,
to be completely frank, I think that'd be kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I don't think it would
one
work.
of the things I've heard people talk about, and I mean, like, it's possible, but I don't think that's what they would be going after.
Yeah. I do think that Atari is going to try to mitigate their costs. Because and that's why I think it's taken them so long to even get like Intellivision emulation going on the VCS, is they are tepidly moving into the Intellivision scene because it is a much smaller market compared to Atari, and so I don't think they're going to be taking any big risks.
Yeah, I agree
not
with
to mention that if they go that route, anybody that's just interested in Intellivision would then have to buy the Atari. Just so they can buy that Intellivision, which will deter them, and then they'll just say, "Screw it, I don't want it." Like,
or they miss out on the opportunity to sell you a whole new console. Atari, at the end of the day, and I do not blame them for this. Atari's a business. They want to sell you more, so they're not going to provide you. Here's a cheap little option. You can use the thing you already have. It's like, no, here's another $150 console.
Yeah,
and I'll have those things. When that comes out, I'll have them stacked up over here. Just
you're gonna buy 10.
I will. Anything in television that's new, I'll buy. Like I'm one of the guys that they can market. They can go, we're gonna have this special, wood grain edition made from a oak tree. Or I don't care. I'll buy it. You slap in television, it's official. I'll buy it, dude.
So
I hear you. I'll buy it, but I'll buy one. Maybe two. Maybe two.
I would do one to open, one to keep, probably at the beginning.
One is
unless
a backup you would have to have just in case. What do we think the likelihood say? Okay, we're getting an Intellivision Plus controllers. Do you think they're going to work on original? We'll go around, controllers. Do you think they're going to work on the original console as well? Or are they going to be like, okay, it's just for this machine and that's it? What do you think, Mike?
I think any controller with a DB9 would work. That's what makes most sense to me. They're not going to have adapters for you to use it on your original Intellivision or anything like that. This is what they'll stick with, I think.
Brian?
Yeah, I think, like I said before, I think if they were to offer two options, the digital one would not be compatible on a real Intellivision. The analog one would, and it would have the disc, it would have the buttons. Just like they did the Atari joystick, they would do an Intellivision one, and then have the digital one as an option, but only works on the Plus.
Yeah. What's going on, Luke? INTV Man. I know INTV Man used to be Chris. It's probably not, but I'm curious. You're not Chris, are you? I have to ask.
Chris did comment earlier.
Not
Chris
that Chris.
Cross?
Oh, different Chris.
one.
Okay.
Way back Chris. So DJC, what do you think on the controller?
Yeah, I think if they're going to do anything, it'll be like the Plus. It'll come out with a controller, or like Mike was saying, just cut the plug-in, like the Intellivision 2 style.
Yeah,
I think that would be easiest. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's so, because I don't think they're not going to do. I mean, it might look maybe like more like this, I'm guessing, if they.
Yeah, I'd love one of those with the DB9 plug.
Right. Yeah. Which is similar to. Okay. Here it is. Like the Sears one. It's the same thing, but with that connector. So to me, that's the best right here. That's the best of both worlds. You got your bubbles, you got the old school look, but you got that connector. So yeah, I think they're going to do that. If they're going to do it, it'd be way easier. Yeah, I know we all love the original hardwired, but yeah, that's just not going to be an option, unfortunately.
I mean, having the plug would be awesome too, because BD Retro Mods, Retro Game Boys, all these different controllers that are being made.
OG Hugo, dude, like that. I love this for platforming. Yes, it's an amazing controller.
This allowed me to beat Castle of Death my first try with only 8 deaths.
Ooh. Wait a second, you're saying you can beat it, kind of like I might be able to beat Casey then.
I doubt it.
I think that ship is.
I don't even want to try, dude. I don't even want to try. No death run on that. I'd be so angry at the end of it. I'd never want to play the game again.
Now Casey did beat me. He's got 17 deaths on fast, but I made him spend a good portion of his Saturday night beating my 18 deaths on fast.
And you used it too.
I didn't send you the picture, but on normal mode, I did get a 0 death run with this, but I'm not playing fast mode with this.
Oh, yeah.
Fast with the controller is a lot harder. I'm thinking the same thing. I think they're going to do like they did with the Atari. I think if they come out with the Intellivision Plus, it makes no sense to do something different. Have a controller, you're going to make it. Have it where people can buy them for their original consoles. You can buy different controllers, just like they're doing now. I don't see any reason for them to switch that up. I really hope that's the case, because that will allow us to use all the aftermarket controllers, the new on the new Intellivision Plus, and also new controllers, which we need on all our old consoles. I think they'll sell a lot of them that way. And if they
got those ports on the IntelliPort, so that's kind of,
you have to collect them.
You want that,
Teleport.
No one has that though.
Yeah, mine was delayed because there was a problem with the actual board.
Oh.
And he's like, I could put a different board in, but it wouldn't match the serial number on your case. I'm like, no, I want to be 007.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, what else we got? The other thing I was thinking about that I've seen, like I said earlier, I don't think we're going to see individual game releases. I think we might see like a pack. What do you think of that, Mike?
You'll probably like. I don't know if it'll come with it or not. I imagine it'll come with it, but it'll come with a pack with a couple. Like it'll have Astro Smash and whatever else with a couple dip switches. They seem to do the dip switch
Yeah.
cards. As for new games, there is a possibility that they poach some of the homebrews that maybe interfere with their licenses, like they did with the Atari scene. I know they give a pittance for it, but it's better than just getting a cease and desist.
You ain't kidding.
So, and then, yeah, I mean, we saw after they acquired the Intellivision brand, we saw the first Intellivision game published by AtariAge. So they may continue to do that as well.
Yeah, I was going to get into that as well. Like maybe with a console, we can see releases, similar homebrew releases,
Yep.
Television Plus
and
releases.
and the big thing with like the one thing that you have to say positive about Atari when it comes to their game releases, I don't like the re-releases of games that were otherwise common, like Outlaw and stuff like that. I
rare
don't
stuff.
mind the rare stuff, sure,
Yeah.
like Ninja Golf, which is more expensive. But at least the non-special editions, they are very affordable. And so there's a
Yes.
part of me that worries if there's an Intellivision Plus and Atari starts publishing Intellivision homebrews and they sell for $40 each. What's that going to do to other homebrewers?
Hmm.
There's a potential worry there. I mean, the dedicated will still support them, and like I said, like Intellivision Collector, Electronite, a lot of these guys, they produce some
They're still
really
gonna
good
sell.
stuff, and they're still going to sell because the games are that good. But it is going to put the screws to them.
And I think they're going to cost a little bit more if they do Intellivision, because unless they choose like no overlays and those kinds of things, but you can't really cut those corners with Intellivision games.
No.
So I think they're going
It
to charge a
depends.
little more.
I mean, you don't get in the regular edition of the Atari produced things. You get a little sleeve for your cart. But
I
you
was
don't get
gonna
a
say,
manual.
They're
You
going
don't get a
to they'll do
manual.
it like this. That's what they'll do.
I do honestly, I like the sleeves, but that should not replace your manual. I would rather have a manual than a sleeve. Especially with the 2600, where you have you need that matrix of the game modes and stuff like that for a lot of the games.
They're not 500.
No, well, so now here's the thing. It comes down to economy of scale. When we've talked about that, even on this show here before too, we talked about is Homebrew too expensive. Somebody like William, like Electronite, they need to sell 100 physical copies at $75 a piece to break even. Whereas Atari is going to sell, couple thousand, maybe even just a few hundred, but that is more than and also they have deals with these things, so their production cost is low because they're buying much more. It's not that I am certainly not for super expensive homebrew. I want homebrew to be very accessible. And actually, something I learned, I was actually wrong. The Electronite and Homerew Inc. games that were available as ROMs on Intellivision Collector, you can now contact William, and he will sell you the ROM for $12.50 a piece.
I have the notes to talk
ones.
about that. Basically, what his rule is, if it's ever been released anywhere as a ROM, he will sell it if you message him. If it's never been released, you can't get it.
Yeah, and he has talked about, some of his other games, once it sells 150 copies, once he's made a little bit of money off of it, he might release the ROM. It all depends on things. So I'm not sitting here endorsing yay, homebrew is expensive. I'm just saying that there are reasons why it costs what it costs. Mm-hmm. And if a big player comes in and is able to undercut that price, it just makes it so that they can't compete anymore. And that's not necessarily a good thing. I think variety of publishers is a very good thing in any homebrew community.
Definitely. And I think if they have so many games, at a cheaper price, I don't think it's going to stop us from buying Electronite games, Intellivision Collector, Intellivision Revolution. It may hit them a little bit, but they're not going to have endless games. They're not
going to have endless games. And let's be completely honest. Atari is not going to publish a game like Police to Avenue Redux, which is absolutely phenomenal, but isn't exactly mainstream. Speaking of which, Police Africa Redux, if you don't have it, buy it. I still think it's my Intellivision Homebrew Game of the Year.
And right now, if you're
we're
looking
halfway
for
through.
it, I have this in my notes for later too, but we're bringing it up. On eBay, Blue Sky Rangers, they're selling copies of it right now. So if you're looking for one,
oh
they
shoot,
are
I'm
there.
buying it right now. Then I did not know that.
You heard it here. Salvador says, my Atari concern is the quality of new carts and controllers. Crystal Quest cart that came with my 1700 Plus is such low quality. It's I missed it. It's never worked, and I won't even plug it into my console fearing damage. Huh, I haven't tried mine. I have that too.
And Cyrus makes a good point here. Yes, having more consoles out there definitely means more opportunities to sell carts, provided it plays them.
JLP,
that is the most important thing for me.
It has to play them, just like for a while we had the Champ Games issue on the 2600 Plus.
And still some of them won't play. But
yeah, hopefully
it has
eventually
gotten
they'll get
better
them
with
all,
the
but
patch.
we don't want that.
It's gotten better with the patch a year and a half after it came out.
They're going to sell more games, more consoles. They kind of feed off each other. I think there's a market there.
And also to Atari's,
we're going to need something because these old systems aren't going to last forever.
That's true. And to Atari's credit, provided it isn't a license that they own, they're not putting the screws to anybody. If they own the license, they contact you if it's a good game and be like, we'll buy that again for a pittance, but we'll buy that and then we'll publish it as one of ours, which is better than a CND. So I like the fact that they haven't come out and attacked the homebrew community.
Yeah, definitely.
They were very aware, I think, this whole time.
I would hope so. Especially with purchasing AtariAge, you would hope that they would be aware.
That's where this all stemmed from anyways. So, I think they were loving the market they were going to get to for that anyways.
So, on the note of old systems, we've got Intellivision Collector that's repairing them now. We've got Jesse Ivory Tower Collections, which will completely go through them. There are more people. There are a few others too that are smaller, but there are people luckily fixing these things. My next question is, what do you guys think of the Atari 50th add-on? Do you think we'll get an Intellivision add-on? Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, you mean the
like they're doing add-ons. Like right now, we're getting Namco. They had the Intellivision the video game.
They had the M Network stuff, and it depends on where they are with emulation. And I would hope at this point, like they've owned the Intellivision brand for how long? Like a while now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I would hope that they would have figured out emulation. I'm surprised we don't have Intellivision games on the VCS yet.
I was looking forward to that as well, even as singles.
So it entirely depends on what their emulation situation is. And you just have to put like basically an emulation wrapper around the game. They own the games, the original ones. Not all of them, but a good portion of them. I would hope so. I don't think, as much as I completely agree with like DJC, where it's like they bought the Intellivision brand for a reason. They want to make money with it. But I think there might be some like we don't know what to do with it going on over there. And it doesn't seem to be a priority for them because this 2600 plus, 7800 plus, and new Atari carts seems to be working pretty well for them.
I think they probably got a priority list. It's Atari. Yeah. They've got so many things, and they're buying these brands regardless if they got it for a deal or they paid a lot. They want to make money on it. They want to make that money back. They want to make money. I think they're loving all things retro, and other people have talked about it. I'd love to see them have Coleco. That
would be cool if they got everything.
Get the Odyssey games. Get the Odyssey games. That'd be cool to see it all.
It'd be nice for them to change it up. Like, look what happened with the at games, like the flashback. They were pretty much the same thing every edition, same one, almost the same games. Like they'd add 10 more games or whatever.
Right.
But they got up to 11 of these flashback systems.
Oh, it was insane. Yeah.
They're all the same. Like, they had one Intellivision flashback, and then the rest were all Atari. It was 2600 too. It was just 2600. And so if Atari itself is just going to be 2600, like eventually people are going to be like, okay, I already got like 20 of those.
It's enough.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
20
Yeah.
I
different
think
editions.
if they
No,
keep
they've
expanding,
got a
they're going
lot.
to bring all the retro gamers into one spot, and I think there's a fortune to be had there. If,
They've got
if
a
you
lot
become
to-
the hub.
They've got a lot to potentially do. And actually that reminds me too, when we were talking about, some of the great stuff that Atari's been doing with its own properties. Digital Eclipse, which Atari now owns, was working on like the Night Stalker and stuff
And
like that.
Cloudy Mountain as well. Yep.
Yeah, so like remastered Intellivision games.
Yes.
Uh
That
On
is.
my list.
like those two looked like they'd be really good, and they looked like they were at least in a stage where you could start to build them out. I don't think they were completely just video renders. So
No, they were partially complete, but they weren't full games. They were a couple levels.
yes, yeah, but
Yeah.
they're at the point where you put that extra money in, which Atari does have at least some for development. I could absolutely see those coming out.
I would love
within
that. I would love
the
that.
next year.
So
Yeah.
let's. Are you familiar, Brian, with the Atari 50th? I'm assuming. What was your take? What do you think of the possibility that we get an Intellivision add-on to the Atari 50th collection that's had several add-ons already?
I haven't actually been following that. Like, I don't have it. I never purchased it. I considered it. I was thinking about it, and I mean, it's cool. But I think because I have so many ways that I can play Atari right now, and it's just, I even like even for my Switch, I have that the Nintendo. What is it? You pay them like $30 a year, and you get access to like their NES games
Super
and stuff.
NES.
And I was amused by it at the very beginning, and then I just kind of stopped doing it because I'm like, if I want to play Nintendo, I'll just go on my PC. I go on my real Nintendo. So I don't know. It was just something like I thought I would buy it and never use it. But I definitely would see potential there if they would start putting the. I mean, like I said, we had the Intellivision flashback. They've had numerous. Like I have the one for I think it's the PlayStation 2. The Intellivision Lives. I have the Intellivision Lives for the PC, the original one that came out. So it's not something that hasn't been done before. So why not? One thing I think would be cool though, if possible, because the thing that made the Intellivision different was they really geared it as a 2-player machine, which is why they gave you the 2 wired-in controllers. I'd love to see an online way of playing boxing,
Online and AI
or,
versions.
Yeah.
Where you could play just one player.
Yeah. We got some of the
that would
AI
be great.
stuff. We got like
Yeah.
the Super Pro games and the Rock'em Sock'em boxing and stuff. But being able to play your friends or somebody online would be actually really cool. Like the original Intellivision games, play them like, boxing and stuff like that. That would be cool.
So we talked about that with the FujiNet project, that it would require hacking of the ROMs and different things, but it's possible at some point for us to achieve that. And man, I would be all over that.
The sports games, I think, would be, if you're talking online stuff, that would be fun. Like your 2-player sports games, your baseball or bowling or golf or any of the, to do that, like to play with Casey online on a stream at the same time. That is a dream right there. Also, just to talk a little bit about, I think if they do like these plus consoles or a console or anything in television, I think Atari's going to be smart and go, how much money are we going to make from this? Let's test the water. So whatever they first put out is probably going to be very minimal. And I think if they actually, let's say it's actually a plus that has 2, maybe it'll have a controller, maybe it'll have a dip switch cartridge. And I think that's going to be your basic. And they're going to go, okay, but if this sells, a few thousand, okay, is it going to sell over that? Then maybe we have something more here. So I think they're going to definitely, they don't want to lose money. They don't want to break even. They want to make money off that. And if it's worth it to them, then they're going to keep going with it. But if it's not, if there's not enough people out there that want that or are going to flock to buy it, then I think that's going to be, it's unfortunately they're not, they may have the branding for collectibles once in a while, but I don't think they're going to keep pushing hardware if it doesn't work the first time. So
Yeah.
So to you now, DJC, what do you think with the Atari 50th? They have, I think they did the Atari 50th. They had an add-on pack. Then they did the Console Wars. Now they have the Namco one coming out. If you guys haven't seen that, what do you think of the fact that they might do an Intellivision add-on?
I think to put that on Atari being a, I don't want to say, I mean, it's a separate brand. I know it's owned by them, but I think if they're smart, that might be the first thing they could do, is maybe an Intellivision collection and see the interest in that. Like I was saying earlier, maybe, and once again, this is also like a dream list type thing, but maybe pack, a bubble number controller with like a USB that you can use on a collection on an Xbox or a Switch or something like that. And it, like I said, that's what I want. But if they were to do that, that might be an easier way to go than to manufacture a whole console. And they could do an Intellivision 50th or whatever. Aren't we coming out? What did they official release in 80? I know test marketed 79, so maybe they'll do something like that where they'll do like a collection. To me, to piggyback off Atari 50th again, I don't see that, but who knows? Who knows?
I think it's possible. I would love to see its own. Like you said, maybe you can have a special version where, if they're already doing a controller, you can have something. Oh, you can buy this kit with a controller, sell them separately as well. But I think it's possible because they've already done some Intellivision stuff. They did the M Network. They're doing Namco. They did, they have put out mini add-ons. So it's almost like, and I'm thinking they're just, for the Atari 50th, whatever they've got, they're making it an add-on. I could be wrong, but I think it's possible. I'm hoping that we see a variety of things, like if we got our own Atari or Intellivision 50th or an add-on for that, or the Atari or Intellivision Plus. Keep saying Atari. Intellivision Plus. I'm reading Atari Creep, and it made me say Atari.
Yeah.
I think releases.
I think before an Intellivision Plus, you're going to see Intellivision on the VCS or Intellivision collections on the Switch and PlayStation, Xbox. I think that's going to be the first thing, because then it means that they've figured out the emulation. Or at least the emulation that they want to go with. And then after that,
you're going to start seeing everything pop out.
Yeah.
We talked about this a little bit ago. Mike brought it up, and we've talked about it before. It would be awesome to have like a Phoenix type console with the cores for all the old Gen 2 stuff. And
you'll never get that from Atari, but
yeah.
It would be cool
just
to
in
have.
general would be cool.
Yeah, that it would be absolutely cool to have. If you did have something like that, it wouldn't be an FPGA.
It would be pricey for your general average person, but I don't think it's going to be FPGA what they do. Would we maybe someday get one? Maybe, but it's just there's not enough people that buy those, I don't think.
Like Analog makes a good business out of it, but they pre-sale and then you get it 2 years later. Like
or similar to like Polymega, another one that
that's emulation now.
Is it ever going to happen? There it is.
That started FPGA and then it moved to emulation. I have all that stuff sitting over there.
Analog is like buying a Ferrari. Atari 2600 Plus is like buying a Toyota. They want to appeal to as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Intellivision on all consoles and Steam. We need a USB or a wireless OG controller.
That's what I'm saying.
Definitely.
If they do a collection
everywhere
properly, and which I would think they would know that's what those fans are going to want.
Yeah, FPGAs are very, very niche market electronics.
Yes, Thomas, and they're always expensive. There's no cheap versions of an FPGA console, but they are the best. I know
Depends
I'm in the minority, but I would buy it.
Honestly, well, I would buy it too. I mean, I think all four of us here are probably in the minority.
I'm stupid. Is FPGA just means it can play newer homebrews, right?
No, field programmable gate array. So basically, you're emulating not with software, you're emulating with hardware. You're programming a chip to be the system. Now, they are only as good as the programmer of the FPGA. I mean, there are FPGAs that suck. But when it's done right, it is the best way to emulate, or at least the way that I most like to emulate.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's top notch. Top money too, but top notch.
Yeah.
Robert saying an Intellivision 50th anniversary celebration. I love what Atari did with the Atari 50. I meant to get back to that, Brian. When you've got all those videos, commercials, the history things, all the information, and then you get
That's
to play
cool.
a lot of the games. If I saw something like that coming for Intellivision, I don't think you'd see me for a while.
It'd be George Plimpton overload.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. I had a few other ideas and I didn't get them written down. Does anyone else have anything that you realistically think Atari may do? Like, what about like, are they doing any kind of, you know, like little, side things and promotional pieces, or are they doing anything like that?
So Atari is famous for they'll give their brand to absolutely anybody if they'll pay for it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got hot sauces, you got energy drinks. I don't think the Intellivision brand is as valuable, if I'm completely honest.
So we're not going to get an Intellivision hotel. Is that what you're saying?
I sincerely doubt it. But
Damn
if
it.
somebody came to
I would
Atari
go.
and said, "Hey," if somebody came to Atari and said, "Hey, we want to purchase the Intellivision the license to use the Intellivision name on a hotel," Atari would not say no.
Definitely not.
So
Mark,
it
get on
entirely depends on anybody else that wants to potentially use that name. If you want Intellivision branded calculators, or I don't know, they don't even sell calculators. That's your phone now.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat.
But Intellivision branded whatever,
Whiskey.
Atari's not going to say no if you pay them. Yeah.
So, does anyone else have anything on their realistic list that we didn't already cover? And then we'll
The
move
only
on to
thing
the
I
next.
think I didn't mention is that I bet you start to see a few more Intellivision homebrews pop up on AtariAge. I think that's a testing market. Now, AtariAge has had its own issues with getting product out from that last chance sale and all that.
I think they'll be
and
back
not
to
getting
normal
products.
once that's done.
I think
mine's
they will.
finally in the mail. I got my email
There you
last
go.
week. It's in the mail. I'm like, hey.
Mine's coming.
But like they took forever to get and I don't know if it even is in there yet, the Aklabeth and the store.
I got some back here,
but
like 7 of them.
Once AtariAge starts to return to normal, I think you'll see a few more Intellivision. Like that's where they get to test their physical release market. It's a lower profile, but just see what the interest is. So I would say that as AtariAge starts to produce more Intellivision games, if you're looking for Intellivision homebrew and have any interest, pick it up just to show Atari that we're willing to buy new Intellivision stuff.
Needs more Keystone Cops.
Yes.
So, anyone else, DJC, Brian, you guys have anything else that we didn't cover on the realistic side of things?
Well, I think some people already mentioned it, but there was some components like the ECS, the keyboard, the IntelliVoice, things like that would be cool too.
And I think you could get away with just putting a USB port on there, and then you can use any keyboard as the keyboard component. For IntelliVoice and ECS functionality should be built into the system, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Or if it's a good seller, sell a special IntelliVoice package,
Yeah, that I would make another one of my videos scolding Atari if they did that.
And then 20 gold editions of all voice games.
Well, Casey would buy them.
Oh yeah, Casey would have 10 packs of that.
I have to buy it all.
One to look at, one to be in the box, one to be on the shelf.
So at the Midwest Gaming Classic, I don't know if they would frown upon it, but I'm not giving details. They did talk to me about things, but no details. So I've been speculating ever since, and that was in April. And he did tell me that they want to make more Intellivision homebrews. I don't think that's a secret either. So
yeah, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I think all of this kind of is going to come together at some point. And 100% we know they're working on things. What are things? That's the whole point of this discussion, just a fun way to come on and talk about what we think realistically would happen and our wish lists. As far as like wish list items, I think some of mine would be like, like you alluded to earlier, reimagine games. I mean, that would be so fun to be some of your favorite Intellivision games, the most popular ones, and then see them reimagined and seeing
Well, they got
releases.
two right now. They got those two
so
digital
I think
Eclipse
those
games.
two are in the realistic category.
Mhm.
Yes. Seeing packages of games, re-release of things, there's just so many options when you start thinking about wish list of like, what would I want the most? It's like, I think all this is just good for the Intellivision brand and all of us fans and collectors, whether it be consoles, packages, stuff on VCS. I think, like you said, Mike, once they get that emulation side down, you're going to start seeing games popping up on the VCS, maybe on other consoles as an add-on or its own version. There are a lot of games that you don't need the controller. Do we want the controller? Yes, most of us do, but it's not a necessity for a lot of games. And I
Most
would
games
just love,
don't need the number pad.
yeah, I
That's
would
your
love
that's your
seeing
big problem.
Intellivision become more well known. People experiencing television that maybe haven't yet. Also, with all of us, of course, we're gonna have it and buy it, but seeing new people experience Intellivision, I think that's a big thing too. And I think more people will. There's so many people now that love retro. Retro is huge. People will be buying the Intellivision Plus console maybe because of the few games they saw, and they weren't even an Intellivision fan at one time. I think there's a lot of possibilities, and
I think it would
looking
require a
forward to
bigger
all of it.
push. And I think Atari Creep actually makes a good point here. There is nothing to stop Atari from having one of their subsidiaries test the waters,
Blaze make a few gadgets,
or one
to
of their
test the waters.
partners. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Well, I'll
like
tell
they-
you what. If you got someone like Electronite, which I mean, those games are just like above and beyond amazing
Yeah.
when it comes to homebrew. Like if you like take a game like Anthropomorphic Force AF, like and show that to someone that's just slightly into retro gaming, they're like, oh my god, it basically looks like an NES game. You get a game like TNT Cowboy, which is actually another one that's just in-depth storytelling, multiple boards, that just stuff like that. I think it would be good to see released on a wider level. I mean, I
think to that,
price, but whatever.
Yeah, I think to that point, that's why like emulation on the VCS is so important. The VCS community is small, but it's incredibly dedicated and loyal. You put
That would
TNT
be awesome.
Cowboy on the VCS, you're gonna get 200, maybe 300 sales out of it, which is really
Right
good
away.
for an Intellivision homebrew.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And you're going to expose them all as like, hey, Intellivision homebrew is actually pretty good. And then when an Intellivision Plus does come out, God willing, people are like, you know what? I think I'll pick this up because I could play games like this.
Yeah.
I think, like we talked about earlier too, how we talked about Atari producing cheaper homebrews might hurt. I think all this extra exposure, and if they all play on the Atari Plus or Intellivision Plus,
Yeah.
there I go again, looking at Atari Creep and the VCS. I think more people are going to be making more money, not less, because you're.
Oh,
maybe they can sell
I was
digitally.
I was just speculating at potentials, right? Because
Yeah.
I know the investment that goes into Intellivision homebrew is higher than the investment that goes into Atari 2600 homebrew.
Something that I didn't think of also for all the regular games, they might go away from using something like, say, certain type is not playable. They might push towards let's make everything playable so we can sell to this broader audience on some of the homebrews. There's a lot of them that don't need the extra. So that's something else that could come out of this, because if you have thousands of people, potential customers, you're gonna put out something that everyone can buy and play, because you're gonna make your money.
Yeah, but I think Atari's trepidation comes with they have no idea how many are actually out there that are willing to buy. And honestly, I don't either. Like we're all in this Intellivision community, and we have probably delusions of grandeur. Oh yeah, they could sell hundreds of thousands or millions of these. That is a very naive inside view. Whereas I go and I talk retro games with like people on my street, like other dads. Sometimes we meet up and have a drink in a driveway or something, like King of the Hill, right? But and they're like, oh yeah, remember Nintendo? Oh yeah, remember Atari? And I'm like, Intellivision? Like one of them has heard of it. And so we have like, so Atari's trepidation's coming from that.
It's like
And we have
I
to
knew
be
a guy who
realistic.
knew a guy who had an Intellivision. That's usually
Yeah.
how it is.
Exactly. And that's not to say that Intellivision isn't great. I love Intellivision. It's one of my favorite systems. But I think Atari is going to have a realistic approach, and like we've been saying the whole time, they're dip their toe in, see how it does before you invest in all this money to make a system or something like that.
I think if they do it right, it can be profitable for them. I just hope,
Yeah.
I hope that we see that done and Intellivision gets some love, because man, we need it. We after that last loss, we need a win. Jesse says, "You talk to your neighbors." I don't really have neighbors.
Well, and that I replied. I said, up here in Canada, we're very neighborly. We do. So one of the dads, just one street over, his garage. He's got like a dartboard set up. His TV. We go watch hockey games there. Stand in the thing. He's got. We do poker nights there. It's great.
All right. So, anything else? Does anyone else have anything on the wish list side of things? DJC, Brian, anything that you can think of that, man, that would be awesome. Not realistic, just anything left.
I know DJC's wish list.
Are you talking about like you're talking about like just stuff I want no matter what if it costs?
Yeah, no matter what, how crazy it is.
Yeah, I want my.
What would you like if you were the boss?
Oh, I mean, if they were like, here, let's put you in charge of the Intellivision brand, well, but money wasn't an option. Didn't matter. Yeah, I'd want a 2609 plus. I'd want a Sears Telegames plus. I'd want the option of multiple ports for different controllers. Make sure that everything's compatible. All plays Homebrews. I'd want all bells and whistles for everything. I want a Night Stalker edition, Astro Smash Special Edition. I'm all about the branding. Like, I absolutely love it. I would hope that they do some sort of collectibles, even if they're not doing a bunch of hardware. I'd like them to jump in at least to, for merchandise. I think and now I'm going back to realistic, but like I think if even if they don't push a bunch of hardware plus consoles, maybe they can do a possible just collector stuff for Intellivision collectors, no pun intended.
But DJC, I mean, your true wish list, you want your Amico.
Oh, I got that already.
I know, but you want it for
I don't
everybody.
mean that. Okay, people don't get mad. I didn't mean it like in a mean way. No, I would love that too. I would love both, but yeah.
So
I had to throw that in.
I know. It's which I totally got it.
We talked about it a little bit ago, but one last question. What time frame? We'll start with Mike, and we can all chime in, I guess. What time frame do you think realistically we're gonna see, like, them testing the waters or putting out a console?
I would make
next year.
I would make the argument that they've already kind of sort of started with Aklabeth. But
yeah,
I would hope
I know they've started, but when do you think we're gonna
I would hope to see emulation on the VCS by the end of the year. Maybe a pack early next year that is available to play on the Switch and the PlayStation, the Xbox, or whatever, just making use of their property. And I'm not entirely sure Intellivision Plus is their next move. I think Jaguar Plus might be their next move, which could be next Christmas. But maybe it's next Christmas, or maybe it's the following Christmas. I don't think it's the highest on their list, but I do think it's on their radar. I would say within the next 2 years, if they're going to make hardware, I would say it's probably within the next 2 years, or 2.5 years.
When do you think we're realistically going to see, like, the first steps? It can be some games releasing somewhere, hardware. When do you think we're going to start seeing stuff?
You asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. I mean, obviously, nothing this year. It'd have to be sometime next year if they. I think I don't even know if they release it, but they may make an announcement or say, "Hey, this is what we got in the works." Maybe do a mock-up of what they're thinking, or maybe something a prototype. I don't know. maybe they shouldn't do that. Just wait for it. I don't know. I don't think anything is going to come until probably mid to later next year or something. Maybe something in the summer. They can make an announcement next summer. If I'm being
usually
realistic.
how they do it. July, August, they announce something for the winter.
OG Hugo, what's your Discord?
Yeah, I want to join your Discord because he's got a giveaway going right now.
Brian, what do you think we're realistically looking at? And it could, for any part of it.
I would probably give it like closer to 2 years myself. I think we're like they both said. I think there would be like some spoilers. There'd be like little hints of, hey, this is going to come down the pipe. But I think right now their focus is going to be primarily Atari, and then Intellivision will be later, because if they're putting out this Pac-Man thing now, they probably have something else on the go that'll be next year, and I could just totally see maybe this, like we've been saying, maybe some of the software will appear. It would be cool. I mean, it'd be cool to see it on the Switch or something like that, but who knows?
I don't think we're gonna get, in my opinion, anything on the large scale like the Atari stuff. I don't think that's realistic. But I think while they're still doing all their mainstream stuff, I think they have plans for Intellivision, and we're gonna see stuff. And once it gets going and everything kind of built behind the scenes, I think we're gonna get a decent amount of stuff. But I don't think it's gonna be like a main focus at any time. Again, this is just my own speculation, but I think it's gonna be, like a side gig while they're doing all their other Atari stuff. I think we're going to see stuff. It's already been a while. It's not like it's starting right now. It's already been a while. What have they got cooking? I know it's something, and I mean, I'm excited to hear any bit of news. It could be from the smallest start of it to something big. We're all of us Intellivision fans, we're going to go nuts whenever they come out with that.
I'll reply to this. So, yes, that's true. I think what makes a Jaguar Plus so potentially desirable now is the fact that it gets a lot of press, a lot more than it used to, and a lot more than the Lynx, and B, because of its cost being so astronomically high.
To collect
something if they could release a Jaguar Plus for like that $150, I think it would fly off the shelves compared to a Lynx Plus, where yes, it would be better than original Lynx, but you can buy an original Lynx for $50.
Yeah,
that's my thoughts on it.
I think my Jaguar complete in box was like $500 to $600.
Jaguar?
Yeah.
That was
what is with Americans calling it the Jaguar?
It's Jaguar.
Jaguar.
If you're British, it's Jaguar. Yeah.
It's Jaguar. Sai says it best. Jaguar. I never had one, so I just missed out on that.
I bought it all whenever it was new. I would buy that, but I'm hoping Intellivision comes first. But I guess we'll see. I guess we're about an hour 10 in for you guys. Final thoughts. We'll go around. Any final thoughts, Mike?
Just that so Canadian Craigslist is called Kijiji. I still see Atari Link systems for $50. They may need a recap, but I see them all the time.
Yeah.
This was fun. Like I said, I think this year they're just painting a few 2600s yellow and calling it a year for hardware. Next year, I think we'll get something as to what that is. Lynx, Jaguar, Intellivision. I'm not sure. If they're going to do Intellivision hardware, though, I think it'll be within the next 2.5, maybe 3 years.
DJC?
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed. They sold the 2600 plus 3 times. This would be the third rendition of it, pretty much. It's saying, you could paint it, you could put different shells on it, but it's still the same hardware inside. Good for them.
But Casey will still buy it.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. I am an insane Pac-Man fan, so I will buy this, and I will buy all the joysticks too. So
if you're going to buy the system, I think you have to buy all the joysticks. At that point, you're committed.
And people are going to hate me for saying this, but that one will probably stay on my shelf since I already have one, and it's the same damn thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, so, but that one, just as a collector, the boxes look great. Everything looks awesome on it. I would definitely spend.
If you're really in need, you could take it out of the box and use it as a nightlight, because I'm 90% sure that thing glows in the dark.
Oh, they did say that with that bright yellow. They did say that the characters on the front all light up too, all the Pac-Man and the ghosts. So that heck, maybe I'll just plug it into a USB just
there
to
you
have
go.
it lit up
Just leave it running.
Yeah. Brian, any last thoughts on the topic today?
Pretty much the same. I think Atari's just going to keep putting out their Atari stuff for now, and as long as people keep buying it, they'll keep putting it out there. And I think once they see maybe a start decline, and maybe the demand, if people start asking more, like more videos like this start to surface, then they'll start to consider the Intellivision stuff to put on top. It'd be cool to see some stuff coming out, some merch like T-shirts and stuff like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
The shirt with the Astro Smash on it, things like that. I mean, Intellivision, Amico already were doing it prior, and whatever that brand became afterwards. But
Atari's got some cool stuff in their merch stuff. I mean, they had a freaking whiskey glasses that were Atari joysticks.
I
would love anything in television like that.
Yeah.
Like if they're a little creative. They're creative with their merchandise.
Pour your whiskey out of one of these,
dude. Yes,
whiskey flasks. There you go.
I buy day one, man, and I'd probably use it.
One thing I just thought of that we didn't talk about, if we had a console, I mean, I would assume we would get the same kind of packaging, the same kind of everything like they did with Atari, and I'm assuming we would look at the same kind of pricing. I mean, I guess it's possible it'd be a little more with the controller part factored in, and maybe they're not going to sell as many. What do you think on that last topic, Mike?
I think so. The other ones were selling for what, like $120? This newer one is more, but that's because it's a special licensed one. I could see it being 150
because of the controllers.
I think primarily because of the controllers,
and they're also
and it would come with it would come with one controller.
I was going to say the same. Yep.
And I'm assuming you're meaning 150 US, not like
yes,
that'll be like 3 million Canadian.
But if it's anything like the 7800 plus, which obviously didn't do great for them, and may be part of why they're being more tepid, you just wait 6 months and it's on sale for like $75.
Yeah, I have a few.
That's where I got mine. 7800 was 75.
Yeah. What do you think on the pricing, and will it be affected knowing that they're realistically not going to sell as many as the Atari consoles, and having all that, if they did the controller, do you think it's going to affect the price, DJC?
Yeah, like I said, I agree. I knew like they're going to do a one controller, buy an additional one. That's just business. But I'm good with that. If they're really going to release a plus in television, I'm going to buy probably a few box controllers. Like that's going to be, I'll fill my back wall with that stuff.
Especially if they work on original hardware like they should.
Oh yeah, for like a 2 or a Sears, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Then you got, or heck, you wouldn't even have to worry about them for adapters. You can go through Hugo or 8-bit widgets and all that other stuff. So you can even find adapters to work like the flashback stuff and all that, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm down for any of that.
If they don't make it, the community will.
Yeah. I think as far as pricing, if they really, like I said, if they're going full out on this, like they're all in on this, I'd say possibly the smart thing would be to make like an ultimate edition comes with an extra controller and an extra couple game, crazy pack with the dip switch games or whatever. I think maybe a sports pack and like a greatest hits pack and
that's what I'm thinking.
It comes with a T-shirt, or I don't know. They'll throw something together like that. I think then it would be maybe $200 or something, or and then. But I think they're going to want to stay at that 150 to 130 price point.
I'll
Brian,
wait for that $499 one. Bro.
Yeah, I'd buy 1,000 of them. Same question, Brian.
First of all, I
On-
think that it would be a mistake to package it with a single controller. It's going to have to look like an Intellivision. The Intellivision always had the 2 controllers. That's what made it different. And we all know even in its day, the Intellivision was more pricier than the Atari. So you want the good stuff, you pay for the good stuff. You know?
Do you think that, factoring in that realistically they're going to sell less Intellivision Pluses than Atari Pluses, and the cost of the controller is going to add to it, or do you think it's irrelevant?
I think it'll be a little bit more. I don't know how many they'll sell. I have no idea. I can't see it selling as much as. I mean, there's a reason why we got one Intellivision flashback and 11 Atari flashbacks. Like the name right there.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I thank you for coming on. It's been a fun topic. I don't know what took me so long to actually invite some of you on and do this, but I had a lot of fun. I've been thinking about it all day. Like, it's been a while since I've been like excited to go on a show and like talk about one topic. So I thank all of you for donating your time and coming on. And we're about 1:15 in. Hopefully not too bad. We're going to go ahead and move on to the rest of the show. And I look forward to having you guys on again soon. One thing, I do have a show coming up maybe within the next month. We did that Homebrew show where some of us on here were on that. If you guys have time, original, the top 10, I would like to do eventually. We talked about at that time, and we'll not do the same time if you guys do it too. I'd like to do the same thing with a Homebrew games, and not really, okay, this is the best Homebrew game, just like on and show it and talk about our 5 favorites right now or what we're playing, kind of take on it, not what we think.
That is a very, very underrated game right there. I love. Of course,
he has a Homebrew programmer on, and he,
I just sold one to a guy in Austria. So that's
nice.
Signed or unsigned?
Unsigned. He didn't want to sign it. I have two listings on eBay. So one is for a signed copy and one is for an unsigned, like just on its own. And so that's the one he bought. So people in Austria.
As an Austrian, his ancestors lived them, so he wants to relive them.
That could be it.
All right,
it's guys, always fun to be on, Casey.
Yep, I appreciate you all. You know that. And,
I'll be on later, by the way. I'll be on at about 10 o'clock or so.
Nice. I'll be there as soon as I'm done.
Whenever you're done. Yeah, maybe I should make it 10:15. You going another 2 hours?
No, I shouldn't be that long, but I do have a decent amount of stuff, including 2 games we need to bring up. So, yeah. So hopefully, but it was fun. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you soon.
Later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Big thanks to those guys for coming on. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If anything, by the numbers, you guys were here. We were seeing numbers probably the most we've ever seen or close to it. So that's awesome. I know the topic is hot, and we all want to know. Let me fix this. This is bothering me. I got the new monitor and I didn't have it quite set right. All right, so we're going to head on into the normal part of the show. We did the discussion topic. We're going to bring in the news. And I know like some of you guys, like Steven, popped up. So let's go ahead and get into the news. What do we got this week? We've got results from the game challenge like we always do. Let's go ahead and move that over. Let's see. We got Kevin Schultz right here. Having this big screen, I was able to bring all this up. I saw what it does is it takes it off. And when I go in the last few weeks, you've seen me click it, and I was able to click it with all the screen real estate. I could just look at it and have everything ready without, fumbling through it whenever we're live. But this week it was High Score Challenge Swords and Serpents. I'm not too familiar with that game. I've played it a little bit. What are you guys? Have you guys played Swords and Serpents on Intellivision? We got Romaine 3,500, Jose 300. Oh, that's a big jump. Romaine knew how to play. Kurt Kietsky 250, James 250, Michael Doherty 200, DJ 100, and Tom 0. That's probably where I would be. I have played it a little bit, but I can't remember too much about it. So the next up, there is nothing in the high score challenge on AtariAge that Rick runs, but they are still in the final game, Save Rickster. And I'll show you guys that at the end as well, at the end of the show tonight. I've got all that loaded up and ready to go, but here it is. You can go download it. There's the manual, and the link to this is in the description. I think they're all in there. If not, send me a message if it doesn't work for you, and I'll send you the link. So here's the ROM. I know there's a new version. I don't know, Rick, is there a place to get the new version? Oh, updated ROM right there. It is there now. And there's the manual. So this is a free game. Go check it out. We'll go through the scores whenever this is finalized. Next up, like Steven said, we've got the Dreadnought Return, and that is a free game. If you go to Intellivision.us right here, right there on top, added to the free games vault, you click that. There's a lot of very, very good stuff in here for free. And you scroll down some, and you're going to get, right about now, the Dreadnought Return. Clicking here and download the ROM, put it on, I believe it works on any device. You can put it on your PyRTO, your LTO, your backbit. I haven't tested it on a Cuddle Cart 3, but I'm assuming it would work. Maybe not. I need to start trying them on that as well. That's just an older one. Not too many people have it, so I usually don't bother with it too much. So we'll play that a little bit. I'll show you that. It's the same pretty much Dreadnought Factor, but you know, it's a better version. David took it and did his magic to it, and I really like it. I've been testing it for a while, and now it's out. We'll show it to you a little bit. So what's next? Check out this controller. You guys have probably seen it. Oh, what the heck? All right, give me a second here. This one reset too. Boop, boop, boop. I posted this up. I'm going to order one of these. Look at that beautiful thing. Let me see if I click it. So this is the same. It's Retro Game Boys. It's the same controller that I already have, but this is a Tandyvision 1 version with that wood grain and the colors on it. Man, that thing's beautiful. Initially, he said it was going to cost a little bit more, but then he came back and said that it was going to be the same price. So let me go ahead and see if there's another view of it. Now, that part down there in the front, that's for the battery box. These controllers, they have a little box. Let me see if I can bring this up here. And there's the batteries that run. Some of them plug in USB. I think all of his, they require battery pack. And it lasts pretty good if you remember to turn it off. There's no auto shutdown. So this controller is pretty cool. I wanted to bring that up. If you don't follow Retro Game Boys, they have Facebook and among other things, and I definitely recommend it. They put out some good quality stuff, you know, like BD Retro Mods, OG Hugo. We have a lot of controller options, and you know, for me, I don't find one controller that works for everything. I want a certain controller for a certain game, and I just, you know, with the IntelliPort, let me find mine. You can play whatever you want whenever you want. So this lets you pretty much use a flashback, arcade sticks, you know, the game pads like OG Hugo. It's a great pairing. And, you know, there's no perfect controller for all games. So you want to have a few of your favorites. One thing I'm going to be working on, Steve Jones says you should do a show on all the controllers. I'm like, that'd be a good topic. When I'm not having someone on or playing a new game, kind of collect all the controllers, show them all off, tell people where to get them. There's quite a bit. I don't have them all. I have most of them. I think it'd be interesting to just go through them all and try out different games. So, yeah. Publisher news. Intellivision Revolution. If you guys haven't seen the posts, there are a lot of games that are on eBay right now. I just checked the store, and we'll check it again. I know eventually he plans on bringing this back up, but there's nothing in there except I don't know if this is still legit. IntelliClub Pro, 3-game exclusives. It says low stock. I didn't ask him. I don't know if this is still available, but I got 5 of them sit behind me. I was waiting for them to all be gone. I am going to sell a couple of mine, but it looks like they might still be for sale. I'll have to ask him. But right now, if you want some homebrew games, I would definitely check out his eBay store. there are a lot of good ones. In fact, Mystic Castle, which I thought I had all homebrews, and I went to looking, I'm like, oh my gosh, unless it's hidden somewhere, I've got a board or something, I don't have a complete in box Mystic Castle. So luckily that's one of the games. I talked to Rev, I've got that and some other stuff coming. I was wrong when I said I had all the homebrews, but I will now. It's on its way. Intellivision Collector. So we got some cool news. Intellivision Collector, if you don't know, they are quickly becoming a ROM hub. I love those packages. Whenever he releases the game CIB, I always add for a discounted price the ROM package. You get everything included. You get like bin and config, you get ROMs, you get all the artwork, the box art, the manual overlays. You get the Intellivision overlay, which is great if you're playing with, for those of you that don't know, you can use your Nintendo DS IXLs, among other consoles. You can run an Intellivision emulator and that dual touchscreen. It works for your overlays. It is an amazing way to play, especially on the go. He includes all of those overlays in all his new ROM packages as well. So we've got a game coming out this week. Everything's done and finalized. We've got Road Fighter. Road Fighter will release this week, so make sure you watch for that one. You know I'm going to talk about it. Papa Pete's going to talk about it. DJC probably talk about it. But Road Fighter is coming, and it is this week. They're ready to go. I've seen them, and definitely go check it out. Montezuma's Revenge, which I thought initially was going to release the same time. That one is going to be latest mid-August. It could come earlier. It's not a set date, but mid-August, it should be here by then. So right now, we're just going to get Road Fighter, which we'll show that one too. I've got it. I've got I've got the final copy, but I've got it a little bit early. And I'll show you guys at the end of the stream. We're going to play 3 games. We're going to play Road Fighter. We're going to play Dreadnought Return. And we're going to play Save Richter. So what else we got? They got some other stuff in the works at Intellivision Collector. Be watching here and Papa Pete for that news. There's some cool stuff coming, let me tell you. All right, Electronite. Oh, of course that one went too. I don't know why it resets. So Electronite, if you're looking, we talked about it earlier right here, Paulista Avenue Redux, Blue Sky Rangers. If you go to Electronite Intellivision Games on Facebook, or just if you're eBay and you follow the Blue Sky Rangers, this is just a quick, easy way to go. Click the link, go get the game. They have a lot of games from Electronite, among others, on their store right now. So if you're looking for one of those, definitely go follow Blue Sky Rangers and look for some of the homebrew games. So between Rev and all the stuff he's listing right now, and on Blue Sky Rangers, you've got a large number of homebrews that are available right now. And, you know, you never know. Like some of the ones from Rev, this is the last hurrah for some of them. I can tell you that. I don't have a list of which ones exactly, but a lot of them are going to be available again. But there are some, when they're gone, they're gone. So if you're thinking about it, don't wait around. All right, let me catch up on chat real quick, and then we will move on. Oh, a little bit late on that, but yeah, panel, great stuff. That was a lot of fun. Definitely going to do a little bit more of that whenever we got a hot topic, bring people on, change it up, and you know, have a discussion. These are fun, especially on a topic like that, with a free packets and pitcher. Disney Mazatron, Space Invaders 78 says Robert. Astro smashed. Cyrus saying thank you. Casey gave us all a hug. Torso says, oh, that's not too far back. Chuck is gone, so I have to go unless you put a costume on. Not me, man, not me. I don't even have anything to do that right now. I can't be stealing other people's gigs. Just not right. What's new this week is Stampede High Score. Yes, Michael Hayes. What was that? 7,000 something points on hard. I watched him live stream on Twitch. If you don't follow Michael Hayes on Twitch, Michael, I'm going to say it again. I wish you would also do YouTube. Man, you would get so many more people. There's so many people that are just on YouTube. You have such great content and you know so many things. I wish you would do more on YouTube. But if you want to follow him on Twitch and you have Amazon Prime, you can get 1 free membership a month. Please go use it and follow Michael Hayes with it. If you need any help, reach out to Michael, myself. Mike's Gaming Gala knows how it works as well. I'm assuming he'd be willing to help us. Yeah. Retro Game Boys is good people. Yeah, he's been doing it a long time too. And like a lot of them, he does good quality work. We have a guy coming on. In fact, you'll see it in mail call here coming up shortly. He does the first I've seen 16 direction arcade stick. He's going to come on the show. We're going to talk about the controllers in the next few weeks. He'll be on whenever we can work it out. James Boner, what's going on? Yeah, looking forward to Road Fighter. We'll get a look at it here in a little bit. I'm going to play it for the first time at the end of the show. Yeah, game 4 for Stampede for Michael Hayes. He was live on Twitch, 7202. And watching him play, I'm going to play and go for my high score again because I noticed what he was doing, and I'm like, man, that makes sense. I already knew about how the black cows come out, but I never thought to block off paths and only leave certain ones open. So I'm going to try that. If I can get OBS Studio to cooperate, I'll multi-stream again. Michael, I do know a lot about OBS. Usually you're helping people, but if you need help with OBS, let's work on that because you really need to be on YouTube. We can get you a lot more eyes on you. Big Block Plymouth, what's going on? Even in case you'll have to watch this replay, I want to hear everyone's thoughts on the future of Intellivision properties. It was a fun one. It was a fun one. He's still here. All right, so let me get a drink, guys. My throat's dry. All right, so what else we got on news? Went through so Electronite news. I think that might be it. All right, so let's go to Homebrew Highlight. Homebrew Highlight. Since this was about what's Atari gonna do with Intellivision, I thought it fitting to find something Atari related, even if it is not an actual Atari product. It was made to look like one. So Homebrew Highlight, and I'm surprised I had to open this copy to take pictures. I'm going to be posting pictures on all the groups and little videos, and I have a gameplay video that's going to hit tonight. I think members already have access to it. Sometimes it's just random times when I post these videos up, but I always start them at 3 a.m. the next day. So members are going to, whatever day or evening time I get them, members will have access to everything early. But you'll see everything at the normal time, whether you're a member or not. Sometimes it's only a few hours and you're probably already asleep, but got to do something. So Yars Revenge, fun game. It's quite easy once you figure it out. I played a little bit last night when I opened it up. There's the back of the box. Here is the manual, and it was done like the old school Atari Soft manuals. You've got the accordion style. I thought that was a nice touch. You've got the cart, LTO style. This is not a recycled cart. And here is the overlay. Some cool artwork there. So let's go ahead and show it off a little bit here. Get the LTO out. I think everything's on. Oh, my mail call stuff's in the way. I can play on this side. All right. Switch on over. I don't want to flash you guys here. You guys aren't going to hear it too well. That's the next step in all this setup that I have here. I'm going to have all the sounds going through the right way. And I'm looking forward to that and stop saying it's coming soon. We'll play on hard and mode 2. Hopefully the timing when I'm watching through OBS, it's a little bit delayed. Most of you are real familiar with this game. I did not really play this growing up. I probably played it a little bit at some Atari buddies' houses. Oop. As you'll see, I am not very good at it. Hit that one. It's everything you would expect from Yars Revenge. Here we've got the second one where it's rotating around. Oh, I forgot. Whoa. It's a little bit delayed. Like what I can see it beside me too, watching on this screen. Come on, let's get him. Oh, not myself. It's delayed. That got me. So if you launch, what's that thing called? The cannon. If you launch it as that thing spinning, I don't even know what it's called. Sorry. If you're launching it like that right there, and then you shoot your cannon, you get an extra man and you get more points. But watching on this screen, I died, and I shouldn't have. I was doing it all last night. Problem is I've got boxes in the way. Oh, and now you. So there you have it. We'll have a video out in the morning, about 3 a.m. my time. So 6 a.m. Eastern. New member Metal Torso. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Now you get that fancy green text on your name. Let me catch up on chat here. Kind of lost track of where I was there. Michael says, every other time I open OBS Studio, there's an update. Yeah, there's updates. Try doing it on a Mac. I run it on a Mac. I have little issues now and then, but it's not too bad. Restream no longer works either. I know of that one. I've never used it. I kind of got taught by DJC, Papa Pete, and I just kind of went with what I knew, and then I've never really branched out. But OBS, I can do some stuff in. It's using code as image data is in the original 2600 port. I don't know. Again, thank you, Metal Torso. I believe that's number 4. This is temporary. If I don't get my money's worth, I'm gone. I would expect no less. All right, so what do we got next? That was the Homebrew highlight. Again, that video will drop in the morning. I'm going to post in all the groups. We've got pictures, screenshots, a little short video. I'm going to try to start keeping that going. That was always the plan. When I do a Homebrew highlight, I have a video that gets released after the show. I'm going to post in all the groups with a link to that video and talking about the game and links if you can buy it, etc. It's all meant to go together. It's just a lack of time kind of prevents that sometimes, a lot of the times. So once I get in the habit and I kind of get it going, you'll see a more regular thing with that, with the Homebrew highlight, which was the initial intention. All right, so 2 videos. Let me go back to the news highlight. Get it on the right one here. So if you go to Intellivision Gamer YouTube, I've been pretty good with putting out Homebrew gameplay videos. You see I've been playing a lot of Castle of Death. We'll talk about that in a second. But recently, 3 days ago, I got Space Raid out. And then a day ago, I did a fast level for Castle of Death. Mike beat it on Saturday, and then they got him to play the fast level, which is a lot harder. A lot harder. So he did, I don't know what it was, like 8 deaths on regular speed. He did 193 deaths on his first playthrough of fast. So I went through and I got 88. And then I did 40. And then Mike annihilated it with 18. And then, like he said earlier, I played a whole bunch. I don't know, maybe like 10, 11, 12 games, something like that. And I thought I tied him, and I messed him. He's like, no, you actually beat me by 1. I'm like, oh, I did? It's like, I thought we tied. So we're at 17 and 18, which on fast, if you haven't tried that, it is insane. Watching Cyrus play on regular speed felt like slow motion because I've been playing fast so much. So I've got 2 new Homebrew highlight games. The videos recorded, they're up. Check them out. 2 fun games. Space Raid's pretty good. It's like Zaxxon clone, how it should have been done with the correct perspective. And then we've got Yars Revenge, which I'm fairly new to, but I mean, I've seen it in action. I've played it a little bit, but I just last night kind of learned how to play. So check that video out. Proof that I know what I'm doing, at least a little bit. What else we got here? Collector Minute. This is kind of cool, except for, shoot, I don't have the pictures of the card. That's one thing I forgot to load. You guys know the Walter Day cards. Those things are pretty cool. If you guys don't know about them, I can bring up the website. There are Intellivision ones. And those are something that I just newly acquired from Michael of Good Deal Games. I actually bought some large collection of them, and there's thousands of these things. I don't know how many I got from Michael, nowhere near all of them, but there's a lot, 3 binders full. And the main reason is because I wanted the Intellivision cards. Here is the website. It is the WalterDayCollection.com. If you guys don't know about those, check him out. I met him at the Midwest Gaming Classic. Very nice guy. Bought his book, had it signed. He signed some other stuff, including a poster. There's some other cool stuff in the works. I need to contact him before I talk about it. But there is the website. They're basically kind of like a trading card, but he does all kinds of things. And let me bring it up here. We'll show you the Intellivision. Hopefully I stuck them in here. Okay, I did. So we'll show you a little sample of what's going on here. Let me present it. Image file. Walter Day cards. Uh-oh. Dang it. It won't use my phone's HEIC method. Let me see if I can bring these up. A little bit different way here. Present folder, maybe. There's always something every show that I forgot to do. All right. Video file, share screen. Let's share a full Chrome tab. A window. Here we go. Got it. So here we go. Walter Day cards. You see Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, B-17 Bomber, Poker and Blackjack, Night Stalker, Sea Battle, Shark, Skiing, and Snafu. Let me move over here. We can get the rest of them. Not that. That is what they look like on the back. I don't know that I can zoom in here. Here's a few more. You got the Intellivision console, Space Armada, Star Strike, Utopia, Lock and Chase, Tarman, Burger Time, Astro Smash. There's the back of those. Same thing, just different information, of course. Let's show you one up close. It's a little bit bigger for those of you watching on a phone. I know sometimes the smaller stuff is hard to see. That's the Intellivision console card. That's what it looks like on the back. And then I've got one more slide here. Auto Racing, my favorite, Major League Baseball, Pitfall, the Atari or the Intellivision dude's favorite game. Triple Action, Tron Deadly Discs, and Thunder Castle. And that's what those look like on the back. But very cool cards. They're not easy to come by. Like I said, I had to buy a big collection from someone to get those cards. It's something you hardly ever see. If you see them and you don't want to buy them, please let me know. I would want to buy some more. So I definitely recommend that you pick them up. YouTube video highlight. We added a few good ones in. Let me go ahead and pull these up. I got a playlist. So much easier that way, and they all stay there. Don't play them. I hit pause, darn you. All right. So here on my YouTube page, if you go to playlists and you go to INTV video highlights, the newest one should always be at the top. What have I added this week? We've got the Intelleport video that DJC put out. That thing is a really cool video. Kind of talks about what the Intelleport can do, shows it close up. Then you've got a new game that's actually been being worked on for years, Inti Pappy. If you guys have heard of that, there's a little short showing that off. And then I put in there Mike playing Castle of Death on his live stream. Man, we've got Cyrus playing it earlier this morning, real early. It was like 3 a.m. for me, I think. I saw it when I woke up. So I've really been on a Castle of Death kick, and I wanted to highlight someone playing it. And then here, check this out. This is the guy that we're going to have on the show. Definitely give him a follow. David Nelson on YouTube. And he does the 16 direction arcade sticks. And this one, which is really cool, it's brand new. He's just showing it. And it is modeled after the Sears consoles, which I think is a really cool thing to do. Kind of like we saw the Tandyvision with the wood grain. Look at that top part. That is a piece that he's put. That is just, it looks sweet. I might have to order another one. So look for him. We're going to have him on in the next few weeks. Hopefully he has samples. If not, we'll show pictures of all the different types of controllers he does. Every time he's working on something, he'll throw up a video on his YouTube. So definitely go check him out. All right. I think that was all. We got 4 new videos in the YouTube video highlight. So a little bit of Homebrew highlight gameplay. Got to change out the carts for this one. Oh, we forgot mail call. How did I forget mail call? That's why they were in the way, because mail call is supposed to be first. I'm like, never had him in the way before. So here we go. This is from the guy we were just talking about and showing. I'm excited to try this out. But before I do anything, I have to show you guys, because I don't open anything. Hopefully that's not too loud there. Let me take it out of the packaging. Intellivision 2 True 16 arcade controller. Look at that bad boy. Right there, same thing. Intellivision 2 True 16. Uses like micro switches, I believe. Here we go. And that, for those of you that can't read it, retrogamescyberfreak.com. I was not aware of the website. I'm going to have to check that out. I'll add it to the description. Version 1.0 has a serial number and everything. So this also, he updated it where when you slide the controller in, there's a lip up here at the top so it doesn't come out. These are flat buttons, but you do feel them. They're not like bubble buttons like you would see on the Intellivision console, but they are raised just ever so slightly. You've got 3 buttons because that's all there is for the side buttons. 2 of them are the same. And I chose left-handed stick with the buttons on the right. When I play arcade sticks, that's just how I like it. Let me catch up. That's the one you were talking about. Looks like a winner. Are you talking about this one or are you talking about that Sears one? James says, man, I want to see the insides of that thing. If you watch his videos, he shows stuff. So go to the YouTube, watch the videos. I'm going to check out the website. I don't know what's on that, but I can tell you these things are pretty cool. It all feels really nice. I'll do some gameplay with it. I need to get I have my overhead cam set up, and that's where I'm going to be showing you guys manuals, magazines, stuff like this. I'll put this in front of the TV. We'll have a camera showing the controller, much like this, but a top-down view, and I'll show you guys games with all these different things. I got to get that definitely set up before I do the controller show because, you can't really do it just holding it up like this. That just looks dumb. EE Buckeye, new member, welcome, and thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Your name is now in green. My criteria are 16 directions and a frame for the overlays. Yeah, so this one covers both of those. I believe it's the first one with 16 directions. And what we'll do too is we'll put in the cart where we can go in and actually see. I know he's done this himself, but whenever I test the controllers, we'll check them all out. We'll look at them, in the carts that show off all the directions and the button testing. We'll play games with them. I'll tell you where you can pick them up if that's still a thing. I think that'll be a fun episode to just have one solely based on controllers. Looking forward to trying that out. One more thing. Michael from Good Deal Games, he lists a lot of stuff. And man, if I was rich, I would buy all his collection. But I'm not. But every once in a while, I'll buy everything. And one of the things I bought was he had a lot of Guinness Gamer Edition books. So I bought that lot. And so now, of course, I go down a new rabbit hole. You know what I do? I have to go buy more of them. So he stopped with 19, I believe. So I picked up on Amazon the 2020 edition. I can put that here. The 2025 edition, which is the current one that you can pick up. And they didn't have hardcover books, but these things are pretty cool. And I also bought the 26 version, which isn't out. I think it was August. I think it was like mid-August. So I'll look forward to showing you guys the new version whenever I get that. Maybe I can do some few videos, and especially if they have anything Intellivision related, we'll pop that up. I've never seen them before. All right, we're on to the gameplay. So how far are we in? We're about 1:50. That's good. We got to get some 3 games in. One of them we're going to spend a little bit of time with. We've got Road Fighter from the Intellivision Collector that we're going to play first. Yeah, that one's not bad. I don't know. It's like I like it okay, but I highly prefer. I've used some prototype controllers. You guys have seen them in the past. If you watched then, I'm really looking forward to that. Those are coming soon, and it was housed in a Genesis controller. If you remember those, it has a thumbstick, 16 directions, buttons from the Genesis. Man, that thing worked great. That thing worked great. So, but I also like, like OG Hugo, these little game pads here, which you got 4 directions, the buttons, you got very precise movements. Mike was only able to do those really, fast levels because of that OG Hugo controller. You try that on a Intellivision controller, it's not quite as easy. Brian, what's going on? Better late than never. But you'll definitely want to at some point watch the first part of the show. We talk all about what we think Atari is going to do with the Intellivision brand. We talked about realistic items, had some discussions. We talked about wish list items. It was pretty fun. I hope you enjoy it if you go back. So let's go ahead. I had to load them up on my LTO. And I'm going to play this one because it's on here, the IntelliPad. Eventually, I'm going to mount the screen better where it's more of an angle where I'm not. Right now, I'm like all the way looking sideways to watch. Pay no attention to all that. So this is the game that is coming out for Intellivision Collector this week. You want to look for it in the next few days. It will release. You'll be able to order it complete in box, just like you're used to. You'll also be able to order the ROM package. I recommend, what I like to do is I buy the box version, and then I think it gives you a discount if you get the ROM package at the same time. I love that option. While it's being shipped to you, you get to see all the artwork, the manual. You can play the ROM on all your devices. I always get it. Support. I want to make sure these keep coming out. Anthony, what's going on? Yeah, there's not too many of those. But the arcade stick that I just showed, that is one. But most games you don't need it. I mean, even some of the games that say there's 16 direction, you don't really need it. Some of them you do. Baseball, you just kind of live without a few of the pitches maybe, but you can play it. All right, let's check out Road Fighter. Again, watch this week, IntellivisionCollector.com. Definitely go pick it up. Now I'm going into this blind. I just got this loaded right before the show. Options. Car color. Oh, that's cool. How do you pick it? Yellow, red, green, lighter green, yellow, white. All kinds of colors. That's a cool option. Skill, easy, normal, hard. And you have auto accelerate on or off. Auto skid recovery on or off. I think it was on easy. We'll leave it there since this is my first attempt minus seeing if the game worked. Let me turn it up because I'm pretty sure it's going to be hard to hear. Boy, those guys took off quick. Oh! I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. There's gas. I like the way those are gas cans. Oh! I knew I was going to hit him. I couldn't get out of the way. It kind of resembles auto racing, like you see stuff off to the side, but it's moving a lot faster than auto racing did. Oh, you can't hit the side either. Let me see here. So you can hit up to accelerate as well. I don't like doing that. I am hitting a side button. I do not like accelerating and turning with the D-pad or the disc. I want them to be separate. Okay, so you got like a checkpoint at the top right. I missed that. I'm assuming the lower part is your fuel. That's cool. Look at that. Yeah, nice scrolling. I'll catch up with you guys here in a second. I'll let the other one. Oh, it is narrow. Oh, I couldn't get over. I need to find the brake. Okay, now I got the brake. Might be a little easier to dodge cars. There's some gas. Got to get there fast. Man, this is smooth. Like you just said, it is. Oh, I thought I could squeeze in there. Man. Should at least let me hit the rumble strips. Hit the gas. Got to hit the brake if you want to move over quicker. Checkpoint. Michael says enemy cars always take off fast after the green light. Yeah, they do. Nice scrolling. Yes, indeed. Salvador says in some weapons. Can you pause this? Nope, guess not. No pause? I'll catch up with you in a second then. That's so crazy how smooth that is. What the heck's that? Hopefully I wasn't supposed to land in that. I think it's just another vehicle. I guess I should ram it and find out. Nope. You die. Oh. We're almost to the next checkpoint. Don't hit the trucks. Guess you don't know unless you try. Salvador says, add some weapons and we have Spy Hunter. Definitely. Man, did I leave that on? I knew what you meant. Again, if you guys just joined us, this is a game coming out this week from Intellivision Collector. It will be available in both physical release and a ROM package. Could be any time up to a few days. Got to collect fuel. You got to go fast. You got to get to the checkpoint without wrecking. Oh! I don't even know what that was. Was that water? I love seeing another racing game, especially one this smooth. I am a racer, for those of you that don't know. When I was a teenager, I raced go-karts up to a national level. I've raced sportsman classes, full-size cars, like 2007 and 8, something like that. Of course, I race RC cars. Most of you know that. That's pretty much what I do these days. But I am a racer. My father was a racer. We're very competitive. So when I see a racing game come out, I thought he was going to move over. I'm going to grab it for sure. Oh! Whew! Oh, I missed the gas. Oh, last time I went through there, it didn't slow me down. Oh, come on. Uh-oh. Out of fuel. Hey, look at that. That's a cool ending game over screen right there. Especially on Intellivision. Can you guys hear it okay? I'm doing the best I can right now. Like I said, eventually that's the next step. I've got everything done, what I've been talking about, except getting the audio in proper. If you guys can hear it okay, that'd be great. I can turn it up a little more, but it's really loud for me. Let's give that one another go. We want it. Let's change car color just to see what happens. The old blue. Man, I'm not even doing very well on easy. We'll leave it there. Volume's perfect. Okay, as long as you can hear the game sound some, I'm happy with that. And the cars zoom off. I think they're cheating. I keep thinking I can squeeze through there. No muscle memory yet. Woo! I hit the brake, but a little too late. I'm going to do the side thumb for the brake. Kind of like the heel toe in a car. I was going to hit him there. Oh! I guess as long as you don't miss the fuel pickups, you should be okay. Unless you're just crashing everywhere. Oh, hit the brake too hard. And I wrecked anyway. Oh, I'm almost out of fuel still. There's some. They don't give you very much. What do you guys think of this one so far? What do you think of the graphics? What do you think of how smooth it scrolls? I mean, that kind of stuff's cool on an Intellivision game when you got a map. What are your first thoughts? A lot of you have probably already seen it, I'm sure, but some of you haven't. This is the first time I'm playing it. I like it. I tried to brake. Definitely don't want to miss gas containers. Oh, that was close. Sometimes when the gas first comes up, I think it's a car. I start to get out of the way. And that made me tense up. Made a checkpoint. No one has an opinion of this one? Oh. You either have to brake or crash. Because once you commit to a line in this one, there's not really time to move over. And don't hesitate like I did there. Racing games being in short supply on the Intellivision, I think it's nice to have something different and have a little more. Just kind of like Castle of Death. I mean, that thing is so unique, especially on the Intellivision. It's been a long time since I've played a game as much as I've played Castle of Death in a few week period. Some of that's due to trying to beat Mike. That zero death run, that took a while. And now I'm trying to do it on fast, which is insane. It's going to require a lot of luck. I think realistically, if I can get to 5, I'll call it a win. Unless Mike gets 4. I want to drive on that white part. I keep thinking I can. We're getting close. Oh! I couldn't tell it was going to move over to the left. Wasn't a lot of time to react. Uh-oh. There's some. That should get me to the checkpoint. Oh, not when you crash. Does crashing make the fuel go quicker? I wonder. Michael Hayes says, graphics are beautiful. Sound is spot on with the arcade port. See, I'm not familiar with that part. So, okay, I'm back. I'm on call this week and had a service call request. Ooh. We're playing a game that's not out yet. If you haven't seen it, it's a Road Fighter from the Intellivision Collector. It is due to come out this week. Could be any time. You can buy it in full physical release and a ROM package. Woo, that was tight. Oh, come on, you moved twice. The heck, that car's off the road. Oh, I hit the brake just in time or I would have wrecked. I want to hit that one. Checkpoint. Okay. Crashing costs you 10 units. Okay, that makes sense. I'm like, because that one time I hit a few things and I'm like, I never ran out of fuel back there. So we're at stage 6. Ice, am I going to be slippery? I don't think so. It's all for show. Oh, that was close. Thanks to Michael Hayes, I'm going to have to get in some Stampede. I got to try out some new techniques that I learned watching him play. I knew that was going to pinch me off. We're getting close to the checkpoint already. Plenty of fuel. Oh! This thing's making me tense up like I do with Castle of Death. New stage unlocked. Starting new lap. I wonder why these don't have cars at the beginning that take off. Uh-oh! That's a new trick. Something tells me this might be the last one. Oh, they're dropping stuff and it's fast. Oh, maybe that one wasn't a drop. It sure looked like it. Come on. Oh. Boy, I'm picking wrong. I'm already out of fuel from all the wrecks. My gosh. Whew. That is such a sweet screen right there. Where are we at here? I want to do one more. Let's just see what it looks like. We're definitely not going to hard. My color's red. Let's go back to that. Love having those options. So now we're on normal, not easy. Got trucks right away. I couldn't get out of the way. Oh, as soon as you commit to go on one side, then it moves over and pinches off. Really? It really pays not to crash. Almost moved out of the way from that fuel again. No, come on. We're almost there, and we're not going to make it. We're so close. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Quick reset. Oh, quicker. Not that quick. All right, let's check out Save Rickster, then we'll move to Dreadnought Return. Dreadnought Return. This game was done by Damien Pisacane. And this was as a thank you to Rick for all his hard work running the high score seasons on AtariAge for Intellivision. I believe I have that right. And I don't know how to play this one either. I think he said 9 was the easiest. Cakewalk. Okay. Enter. Let me know if that's too loud. It's really loud over here. Where's this fire button? Supposed to save cats and shoot those. And I'm dying. Haven't even saved one cat. I believe this was a game done with Carlos Madruga's Inti Basic. I want to say this was a first effort. Again, guys, let me know if that's too loud. Can't even get to that. Save 3 cats. Thought I hit more than that. Maybe it starts over when you die? It does. What did I say? When you're live, you never know what you're going to say. Oscar Toledo G's Inti Basic is what I meant to say. If I said something else, I was mistaken. Cats rescued 10, penalty, so my score is negative 3,000. Ooh, I'm good at this game. What did I say, Mike? This is a new one, and it's available free on AtariAge, the High Score Challenge. It's what they're currently playing, and I believe it's the last game of the season. If you follow the link to the AtariAge High Score season, and you'll find this game, free download. Let's try again. And I'm on the easy level. Oh, how are you supposed to get over there? Oh, there's a... What does that do? I can warp all the way to the left side of the screen? Huh. I'm trying to figure it out right now. So you can't let anything hit or you die. So I can kind of hang out on this side and maybe warp over if I can't make it. And that's brutally fast. At least they don't blow up. When they're that close, I'd be dead. Ugh. Couldn't get it. Poor kitty cats are dying. Ah! What the heck is that? Candy? Was that candy? My strategy is kind of stay in the middle where I can reach the sides. Oh, that was close. There are other parts to this. I don't know what I have to do to get to them. I've seen Rick get to other areas. It isn't just the screen. Oh, that time I went to the right. Wave 2. Rickster retaliates. What am I supposed to do here? Got it. And I got tagged looking up. Wave 3. Asteroids ahoy. I'm just happy that I made it past that first wave. So asteroids can hit. Oh, just not those. Oh, so they're just in the way. I see what he did here. Oh, I shot the cat. Like it wasn't hard enough. Ah! Oh, I'm dead. Can I shoot those? No, I cannot. But I think they hit me. You can hit those things literally when they're right on you. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. No! I can't get that one. I got another life. Dang it. That was go or die. Penalty, minus 3,000. What the heck? Is it impossible to get a positive score here? Yeah, feline genocide. Use any of my intros as inspiration. Yeah. I don't know if Rick's still here, but I need to read the manual on that one. It does come with a manual as well, and AtariAge, you can download it, and probably would have been good to read it before you played. But I literally put these things on my LTO right before the show. Don't worry about falling cats. They always land on their feet. Yeah, it was myself that didn't. Let's play one more of this. Is that too loud? I know it's probably not because of the way it's going through the mic, but it's really loud for me. Definitely not. Crazy easy cakewalk. That is cakewalk. So you've got insane, tough, normal, kind of easy, pretty easy, really easy, wicked easy, crazy easy, and cakewalk. And I was playing on cakewalk, the easiest one. What 0? Points minus 3,000. No bonus. There's no way. I can't do those if I can't even play on this one. Are you talking about Castle of Death? No death run. Do it. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about on this? Save the cat. One died. I got. Oh no. Come on. I shot the cat and then that guy got me. Getting hungry. I was smart and had a granola bar knowing this was probably going to be a longer show than average. I should have pushed that button. We were like a couple hours past my dinner time already. Oh, come on. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, I missed it. I had to go though. Nothing's land. You dead. You're dead. I just can't believe this is the easiest level. Oh, talk about close. I got it. Oh, come on. I hit the cat, too. I had to shoot it quicker before the cat caught up. I don't know what gets me to move on to stage 2. I don't know if it's going through so many. Okay, that going down to 0, maybe? No. Rickster retaliates. Man, that is slow. It's like slow motion. Hit it at least once. Oh, come on. I just expect it to be quicker than that. Everything's so fast, and then this part, your firepower takes 5 years to get up there. Oh, do insane. Okay. I'll do it right after this one. Is this the new cat fighter? Cat fighter? I wanted to actually, oh no. I wanted to actually try to play the game, Mike, not just instantly die. Okay, 17. No. Oh. I see that number going down, but not every time I hit one. Oh, there's colors. I see now. Oh, I missed a cat. Depends on what color you hit. Cats can die. Ah! Oh. I got a cat. Ooh, that was luck. Cats are dying left and right. Oh! If I waited, I was dead anyway. That was pure luck. We're getting close. Again, I had no choice. Asteroids are coming down like that. There's nothing you can do. What the heck was that? We're getting close. Hopefully we don't run out of lives. Oh, come on! One more. Oh, I thought it wasn't going to end there. What the heck? Oh, I got to open it up. Okay, I hit one. Game over. Did I miss something? What hit me? Hey, look. I got the same score, negative 3,000. Bet you can't do that, Mike. I just realized that you're throwing cats in this stage. How cruel. It's Catstro Smash. Roger, what's going on? A lot of cats being smashed, so yes. Hi, buddy. Hello, chat. Roger Matthews, what's going on, buddy? Ballistic cats. All right, Mike. Let's make me look bad. Let's go to insane. This is... And I hit the wrong button. Oh, boy. You get one death. I got a cat and I hit something. We'll call that a win. I thought it would be coming down faster. I ain't gonna be saving no damn cats, that's for sure. Unless they happen to be close. Come on, how are you supposed to... I got it. I try to stay in the middle and just hope I guess right. Oh, I shot and moved so fast that it wasn't even close. Yeah, my best score yet on the hardest level. Hey, you'll have to watch that one, Roger. It's a pretty fun show. That was a pretty fun one. Yeah, that's hilarious. Let me try one in the middle. Pretty easy. That's at least no bonus. We'll try 3. We need to still play Dreadnought Return as well from Intellivision. Oh, I thought I got the cat. It's a cruel combination where the cats come, and I like that strategy where you have to let the cat catch up or not shoot until they transfer. Oh no! There's got to be a way to... See, I warp over. I don't know how to control it. Or even if you can. Oh, look at that crap. Oh, I can't believe I got that. Oh. think the cats are just there to distract you. Oh, I missed it! Cats rescued 9, bonus 0. Yeah, it's like hyperspace, but it's like all it does is jump all the way over. One time it even jumped me on the other side. It's almost like before doing a homebrew highlight, you should read the manual so you can highlight it. The homebrew highlight is not like that. It's just, here's the game, here's the box, show all the stuff. Here's what the game looks like. This one isn't a homebrew highlight. This one is, I'm playing the game, and yes, I should have read it first. But I didn't. All right. How far are we in? 2:30. Oh, my gosh. All right. I'm going to switch off here so I don't flash you guys with the reset. Let's go to Dreadnought Return. And what level? We'll just do 1. This game is free. It is a ROM hack by David of Intellivision. Now, I have no strategy to this. I just go... Oh, I think you can't get hit on level 1. I forgot about that. I don't like that one for that reason. I guess it does let you show off the level. If you see me get hit, level 1, it's supposed to do that. Slow it down. Oh, that one missed. It's not very exciting when you can't die. I guess it's good for beginners, or if you want to see parts of it. You want to slow it down. I don't know too much about it. I just always ran and shot everything. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. So he's going slower now. Sean, what's going on, Sean? Good to see you, buddy. You missed a fun discussion. I don't have that, but I have seen it and I know about it. I would like to have that. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a shooter. It's free. It's in a game. It's after a game that most of us like. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Two of my oldest Intellivision buddies are here. When I met Sean and Roger, I was actually young. That's how far back that goes. Roger was involved with some of the earliest homebrews, if you guys don't know. Let's get this last engine. Now it's dead in the water. Kind of go back and forth. Like I said, I'm not really good at this one. There's a lot of slow shooting. And some things you don't even have to get. Like right there was another guy to get. I had the ROM but can't find it. I did find the config part, but not the ROM file. Jesus, Sean, how do you find half of it? But I want a physical version. Oh, check out this one. Just got tagged again. Oh. Tagged again. I know there's like certain things you want to hit first. So again, guys, if you get this and you want to just play it, level 1, you can't die. Well, we hit 3 of them. And there's a lot of different levels on this one, different ships. Oh, how did that miss? Let's get that last engine. I made a box in low res. I showed it to some of you guys. I basically took Intelligent Vision and made it like the old Activision at the top. And then I just changed the text. And it's a low-res version, but it works in OBS. Let me see if I can find that real quick. I don't know if I set it up here. I think I stuck it in here. We're going to find out real quick. I got to remove the old one. I'm like, why can't I share? The old one's still on there. Image file. Where the game's at. Game, save Rickster, Road Fighter. Go up one more. I think I put it in here. This is probably going to look horrible if it's blown up. Yeah, see, it doesn't look that good. It's blown up. But I made Intelligent Vision look like Activision did in the old box. It just changed the text. This does look better if it's small and in OBS, which is what it's for. This is a blown-up version, but I just took the original box. So I'd have something that didn't look like the original box when I was playing. Sean being creepy lurker. Sean says, hey, Casey, I heard the last half of the talk was working most of the time. Yeah, I do a lot of that too. We made one back in the day. I put it to Activision cart and made a label that looked similar to Dreadnought Factor, except it was red instead of blue. I had it in a regular Dreadnought box. Oh, then it accidentally got sold in a lot on eBay because I forgot about it. What the heck? Oh man, need to put out a. Yeah. If I ever see that, hopefully everyone thinks it's like a homemade something. All right, where are we at here? Especially going on the chat in a game you're not even good at to begin with. Oh, something shot me. Oh, and I can't get it. All right, what's left here? I missed something, apparently. Do another pass. There's one. That was it. Oh, yeah. Oopsie. There we go. Yeah, I didn't forget about you. I just forgot about the box. Yes, I will be. That's for sure. I sent it to David. He liked it. I think the only part I like really, really liked, just that intelligent vision at the top made it look like Activision. I'm gonna have to retire for the night here. Oh, it's early. It's only 7:40. At least here. Nice. I'm glad it made it safe, and I'm glad I'm gonna have a bunch of cool stuff when you get time. Like I said, none of it's needed right away, so whatever you need, buddy. Oh, this is that really wide ship. I don't even know. Is this ship in the original game? Or did the original just have one ship in different levels? I don't even know. I know I'm dying right here. I should be dying. Hit 2 of them. Could have packed the SVA. What did I do? Got it. Oh, it was on top. Yeah, I did the best I hit with the box and what would fit in there. All right, what do we got left here? Anything up here? Yes. Oh, there's a bunch right here. But he's dead in the water now, right? So it's just a matter of going through and not dying, which I can't die. Not on this level, anyway. There we go. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. It was hard to find a box to fit all that stuff. I waited so long that how much stuff I had to put in, it just kept growing. Again, guys, if you're just joining us, this is a free ROM hack from David Harley, Intellivision Vision. I don't know why I'm scared. I can't die. Intellivision.us. There's a lot of free games. A lot of games that cost, but they're like $5. A lot of games from way back that were never released, and he's released them. Those aren't hacked. Some of those are just there. Got it. Oh. Gotta slow this baby down. Missed that one. Can hear the engines. Brr, brr, brr. Alexa, stop. Boy, I'm way later than normal. I even have Alexa alarms going off. Whoa, I didn't mean to go that fast. horrible at this. All right, Mike, thanks for coming on. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Appreciate it. I'm going to call it a night here in a minute, too. We're getting close to 3 hours. I actually got to play some games. That part I like because I don't usually play a lot. Nothing there, nothing there, right there. Whoa. Got it. Oh. Hit back over here. So kind of excited. I've got all this set up pretty nice now. I do want to pull it all out. When I get the other side of the house done, I'm going to have a little more room in here. And I would like to have my gameplay mounted and 45'd so it doesn't look like I'm completely sideways looking at something. Yes, I'm going to tell you about that right now, sir. So that's going to do it for tonight's show. And I want to give a big thanks to Mike's Gaming Gala, DJC, and Brian's Man Cave for coming on and giving me some of their time. Definitely that would not be near as fun if it was just me talking. So I appreciate you guys. Everyone that watched live, all the new members from tonight, that was awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you guys as well as anyone watching on the replay. Everyone's, appreciated here. Next week. Oh, my voice is cracking. Next week, episode 76, which is going to be guess what, Roger? Horse Racing Live. We were going to have an interview with the guy that's doing for those of you that missed it, this is the 16 direction arcade stick. I just got it. And he also has one that looks just like a Sears unit. If you missed that earlier with the little brown up top, it's pretty cool. So this guy's going to come on, talk. We're going to interview him. We're going to talk a little bit about him, his history with gaming, the controllers he's putting out. But he's unable to come next week, which was the original plan. So it's going to move out maybe one more week. So next week, Roger, is just Horse Racing Live. Hey, we still need to work on Intellivision Jeopardy. That's going to be a fun one. I love the idea of trivia and Intellivision mixed in a fun game show that we can compete at. So we got to get to work on that. I bought some stuff for a year. It's going to be up. We're not going to be able to use it. I'll have to buy it again. But yeah. Chuck's on. Yeah, I went later than normal. What's going on, gamer comedian? I don't think I've seen you before. Welcome. Thank you, Cyrus. I got to go pick up the kids and I got to eat something. I'm almost 3 hours past my dinner time now. Started feeling a little bit lightheaded. All right, guys. So again, next week, episode 76, Horse Racing Live. That's a lot of fun. And that's almost always one of our biggest shows as far as views goes. People love watching and playing Horse Racing Live. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a fun show. I really enjoyed this one. We got to talk about some fun stuff with what we think Atari's going to do with Intellivision. Got to show you some new stuff, talk about games that are coming out this week. Got to play some new games, 3 of them to be, in fact. Showed off a few things, 16 direction arcade stick. That was a fun show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you missed the first part, I hope you go back and watch it. And we'll see you next week. Good night, everyone.
Rise up, get ready for the fight. The Intellivision gamer, shining so bright. Reviews and gameplay, he's got it all from classics to new. He stands tall, interviews and insights. He's on a mission, unleashing the power of retro intuition. He's got the knowledge, the passion untamed. Intelli rocker burning with the flame. YouTube's his stage, subscribers unite. Intellivision gamer, he brings the light with the game console. He's making history.